Ace Nation, Cheyenne Ortiz here with all the details for February the 6th for Hero Celebration right here at the Mike Morgan Jr. Arena. As you already know, we have the Elite Eight for this year's Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup Tournament as 8 men vie to become this year's Cup winner. In addition to that, the tag team titles will be on the line at Hero Celebration. One part of that equation is one half of the new tag team champions, the Devil's Outlaw Stockade, who is tag team champions with, of all men, a man who you spent the better part of last year torturing, for lack of a better word, in Astro Morales. Now, I've got to ask, you're now aligned with Astro Morales, and now we saw you shake the hand of another one of your old rivals in Mike Morgan. I have to ask, is this the dawn of a new day for the Devil's Outlaw Stockade?
Let me explain something. When I lay my head to sleep, I don't pray my soul to keep. I don't ask forgiveness from any man or anyone. I walk the way I walk, and I ride the edge. That's how I do it. Now, as far as Astro goes, 2015, we tried to end each other's careers, and I came that close. And I came that close from putting Mike Morgan away for good and locking him away in his tower. No one's ever come that close to doing that to Mike Morgan, but I did. Now, as far as the tag team titles go, you see, Astro had his issues with Hollywood Enterprises. And Hollywood Enterprises had their issue with me. You see, they called me out. You remember, don't you? And they put me down. Hollywood Enterprises did the one thing in this company no one seemed to do, and that's put me down and lay me down. But they made a mistake. They kept me breathing. So what did I do? I picked myself back up. And last month, I went down that ramp, I went into that ring, and I dropped Alvin Alvarez on his head, and in 5 seconds, I became an Ace Tag Team Champion again. And as far as my partner, Astro Morales, goes, all he has to do is show up. 2015, it was Stockade and Astro. 2016, it's going to be Stockade and Astro. And your boss, the man that pays your measly little salary, he knows it's better to ride with the devil he knows than to ride with the devil he doesn't know.
Hollywood Enterprise is very confident in the first title defense for you and Astro that you two won't be able to work as a cohesive unit. And I've got to admit, you're going to have some tough shoes to prove wrong come February the 6th.
I don't have anything to prove wrong. I'm a Triple Crown champion. I'm a 2-time Ace Heavyweight champion. I'm a 4-time Tag Team champion. Like I said, all Astro has to do is stand there on the apron and look pretty. And I'm going to arrive. I'm going to DDT. Then I'm going to leave an Ace Tag Team champion. And Hollywood Enterprises, you got to remember one thing. When this devil gets a hold of you, you don't come back.
Ace Nation, you heard it here from the Devil's Outlaw Stockade. February the 6th, the Elite Eight and the tag team titles will be on the line as Hollywood Enterprise gets their rematch against the new champions and Astro Morales and the Devil's Outlaw Stockade. More details to come as we head to a Heroes Celebration.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Astro. How you doing?
I didn't get to see you after the show. You were dealing with your own issues. And we haven't spoken ever since. You know, this is a weird situation we're in right now.
Very.
I didn't plan this. It just happened. It's the hand that we were dealt.
I understand. I'm in shock myself. I just can't believe that you're half tag team with this individual, man. I can't get past that.
Like I said, man, it's not planned. This is what happened in the heat of the moment. I asked for anybody to be my partner, and he had all the reason in the world to go after Hollywood Enterprises himself.
I understand, but now I want you to listen to my side. I want you to understand where I'm coming from. He put us through hell. And I'm saying us because you were in the ring with him. You had tremendous battles with him. Had a casket match, cinder blocks, barbed wire. You guys killed each other and you came out victorious. Me personally, Astro, you know what he did to me, man. I was kidnapped. I was away from my family. I was humiliated like I'm a dog, like I'm an animal. I went through so much, Astro.
I understand, bro. I understand, but the big picture goes beyond the girlfriend, goes beyond Astro Morales. This is American Championship Entertainment. This is about Ace. This is our family. And Mike Lewis and the Enterprise, they're trying to ruin that, bro. So, yeah, this is the hand we were dealt. I have to go and tag team with someone that I dislike. I don't like Stockton. I hate him. But he's our best shot to defeat Hollywood Enterprises. He's the best shot, bro. That's all we got.
Somehow I just can't get past this, man. On the last show, what did I try to do? I tried to protect you.
I know you did, and you paid for it.
Yes.
But this is the only option we have, bro. Who else would we go to?
This was never, when you signed with me, we have a plan, all right? And we go through that plan, and so far we're on schedule. This wasn't part of that. This was definitely not part of it.
A lot of things were part of the plan, brother, but it's Ace. Ace is in trouble. The Devil's Outlaw, the Puerto Rican powerhouse, this is what has to happen in order for Ace to move forward.
Well, if that's your decision, I wish you the best of luck. But under the circumstances, Asho, I cannot be part of it. I cannot work with you any longer.
Bro.
Sorry.
Come on, bro.
Nope.
Ace Nation, what interesting developments in this story. The Devil's Outlaw Stockade being very confident in him retaining the titles along with his partner, Astro Morales. However, Morales has been given an ultimatum of sorts. What is next? What did El Profe really mean by saying he can no longer work with Astro? And how will this cloud his judgment going into a hero celebration and that big tag team title rematch? Later on in this telecast, I will have a sit-down interview with your world champion, Mr. Good Times Only, TJ Marconi, as he discusses a litany of things, including his upcoming title defense against the Concrete Rose, Sonny Kiss. But first, two of the Elite Eight in the Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup Tournament have these words to say about the big extravaganza. Ace Nation, Cheyenne Ortiz here, and we get closer to February the 6th, a hero celebration, the Elite Eight Tournament to crown this year's Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup winner. 8 of the best athletes in American Championship Entertainment vying for a chance to become this year's Cup winner, including this man, former tag team champion in his own right, the cult of personality, Jamal Jackson. Now I have to ask, you are one of the Elite Eight in this year's Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup Tournament, honoring our fallen hero in the biggest show of the year. What is going through your mindset going towards February the 6th?
Cheyenne, thank you very much. You know something, Cheyenne? I have to agree with you 110%. This is the biggest show of the year. And my mindset is this. I have to win. I have no other choice but to win. See, last year in the Battle Royal, I came up short. Man behind. I came up short. I was a part of the Final Four, but this year is something completely different. I may have the opportunity, I will have the opportunity of wrestling 3 times and winning that trophy in honor of Mike Morgan Jr.
Now, Jamal, I have to ask, you have to go through a litany of opponents. There's so many former Diamond Division champions, Fight for Flight champions, tag team champions, all in one tournament. Can you succumb to the odds and be that caliber of athlete? You may have to compete up to 3 times.
You know something, Cheyenne? For 2 months, you've known it. I was down and out with a knee injury. But now, the knee's good. It's healthy. I'm up and running. I can go for as long as I want to. And I'm going to go all the way to the top. Whoever's in the finals on the opposite end of that bracket, you're on notice. Because the cult of personality, Jamal Jackson, is taking this trophy home.
Ace Nation, you heard it here. Jamal Jackson vying for the top spot, the biggest show of the year, the Elite Eight, the Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup Tournament Hero Celebration, February the 6th, Wallington, New Jersey. Be there, Ace Nation. Ace Nation, you've heard us talk about the Elite Eight for the Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup, including this man, one of those 8, the Diamond Division champion, Anthony FNB Ramirez. Sir, February the 6th, the Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup, easily the biggest obstacle of your career to date on the biggest show.
Obstacles. That's the plus word right there. Obstacles. Shan, have you noticed that every obstacle that's been put in my way, I've been able to conquer? Let's go down in history. The tag team championships. I held them for almost a year, a day short of a year. Chance of a lifetime. I walked in and walked out. Chance of a lifetime winner. And now we have the Elite Eight. Emotionally, this is important to me. This means everything to me. Professionally, I get to hurt people because that's what I do. That's what I do, Cheyenne. This is not a gimmick. This is not what you see out there is what you get in real life. I'm not a nice guy. I don't make people laugh. I hurt people. And this Saturday night, I don't care if it's Andrew Tiny Johnson. I don't care if it's Azriel. I don't care if it's Jamal Jackson. I'm going to hurt people. My hand will be raised because I will be the elite.
But amongst those Elite Eight, it includes former Fight for Flight champions, tag team champions, Diamond Division champions.
Former Cheyenne. What did you say at the beginning of this? The current Diamond Division champion. I'm not dwelling on the past, Cheyenne. I'm looking to the future. Get that straight. It's not about what was then. It's what's about now. And right now, I'm holding the Ace Diamond Division champion. So you, Ace Nation, everybody, all the boys in the back, and all the fans on the crowd, get it straight. I am a fat, nasty bastard. Got that? Anthony Ramirez will be the Elite Eight champion.
Anthony Ramirez looking to the future. February the 6th, the Elite Eight, the Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup, including this man. Ace Nation, welcome to this week's sit-down interview on Overdrive. My guess, your work. Why do you already have a face?
I'm in a good mood. Cheyenne.
World Heavyweight Champion TJ Marconi here on this week's Overdrive. Before I get into anything else, let's talk about your training regimen. I have to say, you are a workout beast. You hit it in the ring hard. What's your training week like so far? How's everything going with that?
So far, it's pretty good. I grew up, and my mentality is you always got to be better than the day before. So my training regimen is about 4 to 5 days in the week, and then at least once to twice a week in the ring, just getting it in. My goal is to make it to the very top of this business, and if I'm not training at least as hard or harder than anyone else, then I'm doing myself a disservice. So that's why my training regimen is the way it is.
Okay, now let's go on to your current in-ring. Well, let's go back a bit. Let's go to Crossroads 11, the biggest show of the year. You got to be in the ring with Tommy Dreamer in a match that many people thought was going to finally be the day that you lost the world title. What was that like, and what kind of a egg mark was that for your career?
It was a big benchmark. Going into training for that, it's like, all right, I'm going to be in the ring with a legend. Guy's been everywhere, around the world, on TV, made countless of monies, won championships, and I got to be better than him to keep this. And that training regimen, that training schedule was insane. Just to be on the same level as Tommy Dreamer and to be on the same level as a legend in this business. Going into it was phenomenal. And then afterwards, the fact that I won and I'm still a champion, means that I did something right and that, I was tenacious and I got it done. And hopefully he got my respect, and hopefully I have his after it's all said and done.
Now, we go to Crossroads, of course, you and Tommy Dreamer. Biggest show of the year for Ace. Now let's go to Crossroads 10.
Yeah.
You weren't even supposed to be on the show.
No.
So what does that mean to you to be the opening match on your first Crossroads 10, and then, of course, in the ring with Tommy Dreamer at the following one?
It's not about being opener. It's not about being, it's about, I wasn't even supposed to be there. I was basically a filler, Someone called out, someone called in sick, and then, hey, let's give TJ a shot. And TJ took that shot, and then less than a year later became champion. Then a full year later, it's in the double main event of the same show that he debuted on. So if you think from Crossroads 10 to Crossroads 11, my trajectory is through the roof. Where else can I take this and myself after this? Crossroads 12, who knows?
Well, getting into your trajectory being through the roof, explain to me the crusade for change. While you say it's what's supposed to be good and what's right in professional wrestling, some say it's just an excuse and a way of you to have an insurance policy to retain that title on a constant basis.
It's not an insurance policy. It's the latter. It's what you said. It's what professional wrestling to me is supposed to be. I grew up watching wrestling, watching guys like, my heroes were guys like Kevin Nash. Obviously Hulk Hogan, but those were wrestlers. They were larger than life. They weren't guys like you. Sorry.
What's wrong with me?
You're about, what, 5'3"? $140? You know, it's fun to be a wrestling fan.
I'm 135 on a good day.
I gave you a little bit too much. It's fun to be a wrestling fan. But to be a superstar, you have to be larger than life. A guy like me.
So your idea of being larger than life is having a band of cronies around the ring to ensure that you win
They're
your
not
title on a
cronies.
regular basis?
They agree that professional wrestling is about being just, about being fair,
About cheating?
and about changing the current state of independent wrestling. You go everywhere. You go to these super indies. It's all the same. Same kicks, same flips. To a guy like me, I'm changing independent wrestling. You call it a crusade, you call it whatever you want. But TJ Marconi is the change of wrestling. Period. That's the crusade for change.
Well, let's take a look at the list of people you've defeated since becoming the champion. Vince Steele, Tommy Dreamer, Ricky Reyes, Asher Morales.
Twice.
Asher Morales twice.
Vince Steele twice.
Vince Steele twice. Danny Moff.
Twice.
Now, of all those people, let's admit your Crusaders, particularly that blonde tart, has been in ringside for all of it. So how does that make your crusade any valid?
If you haven't noticed, I'm doing a lot of things to keep this on my shoulder. You know, there's another guy used to run around with a couple cronies, as you say. Man was Ric Flair. Probably the greatest champion in wrestling. So why wouldn't I idolize or model myself after a man like Ric Flair? They're not cronies. They're part of my movement. And there's more. They haven't even came.
You're saying there's more to come, more Crusaders, more change to come?
I might not even need them. Because at the path I'm on right now, who can stop me?
Well, that brings us to my next question. The closest person that's come to ending your title reign is the monster Dan Moff. He's made quite an impact since returning. You guys wrestled in your first match between each other, and it did end under questionable circumstances. Some say that he should be the Ace Heavyweight Champion right now. Are you willing to give Dan Moff... I'm aware.
He shouldn't be anything. If he should have been champion, he would have pinned me. 1, 2, 3. But he didn't. I booted him. And I pinned him. 1, 2, 3. He's still here. It's not going anywhere. Over 200 days, it's been with me. I am going to be the greatest Ace Heavyweight Champion ever. Not Dan Moff. Not anybody. He won it 2 times in the past. He wants to be the first 3-time champion. He wants to rewrite history without a pen. I hear him. I watch everything. It's not going to happen. He's a fossil. I'm the future. I'm the now. He needs to take a step back and go about his day. He can go play in the ring with someone else. I'll beat him again and again and again if I have to. But this is not going anywhere.
Well, let's talk about Ace Redemption, our previous supercard, where it was you teaming up with your eldest Crusader, JL Chico.
I told you last time, he's not with me.
He was your tag team partner.
Enough. That's Dan Moff's baggage. I don't make matches here. I don't control fate here.
You were in a tag team scenario with him. Is that better?
Did I lose the match?
Where you took on Dan Moff and Sonny Kiss. At the end of the match, there was a standoff between you and Dan Moff, and there was an altercation involving the world title where it did take you quite a while to get that back. Some are saying that is symbolic of things to come.
You want to hear about symbolic? You want to hear symbolism? If you look, camera, the world is which one, right? The championship is on my shoulders. This is all you need as a symbol. Dan Moff cannot beat me for this title. End of story. Crossroads 20. Crossroads 30. Maybe by 40 I'll stop. This will be with me.
That's quite a proclamation.
It's not a proclamation.
The 40th Crossroads.
It's the truth.
Is when you're going to... Well,
who can beat me? Huh? Who?
Well, let's let's deviate a bit and go to someone who is next in line and may beat you. Coming up at Hero Celebration, arguably the most emotional show of the calendar year, you're going to be taking on the Concrete Rose himself, Sonny Kiss, who had quite the showing in said tag team match. Now, despite the size and the weight difference, you got to admit, agility.
I'm a pretty agile guy.
I'm not denying your.
I might not be able to twerk.
I'm not denying.
But I'm a pretty agile guy.
I'm not denying your in-ring prowess or your dancing ability. But what I'm saying is that you two have a singles match. Come Hero Celebration, February the 6th. Are you on your A game for that? Is Dan Moff out of your head?
Well, if you stop asking me questions about him, yeah. Obviously, I've been training for the match with Sonny Kiss. To take a step back, the show itself is an honor to be on. When I first got here, Mike Morgan Jr. was probably one of the first people I interacted with and saw something in me. And the fact that I'm going to be the champion on his second Hero Celebration show is an honor in that. I'm going to honor him by basically decimating Sonny Kiss. Sonny Kiss can play around with the Flight for Flight kids if he wants, but he's not on my level. Sure, you got the people behind him, but the people aren't going to make you champion.
He's the most popular superstar on the roster right now.
Popularity doesn't win. You know what makes you win?
What makes you win?
When you fight and you pin the man or make him submit. There's no way that Sonny Kiss can do that to me. End of story.
What's next for TJ Marconi if in the event you can surpass Sonny Kiss come Hero Celebration?
When I surpass Sonny Kiss. Think positive, man. You got a power of positivity. Come on. What's next? It's whatever you're, aren't you in charge? You know, I've heard you're in charge. I don't even know who's in charge
I'm
anymore.
not sure where you've heard that from. I'm just a broadcast journalist. I ask the tough questions.
Yeah, I see that. Tough question.
I ask the tough questions.
I'm up for whatever. If it's Dan Moff, if it's, Vince Steele comes back from his grave, if it's Ricky again, hell, if it's Tommy again, who anybody wants.
What about some of the other up and
What about Hulk Hogan?
What if it's Hulk Hogan?
It could be anybody. I'm still going to be the champion.
What if it's Adam Payne? What if it's Anthony Gangone? What if there's a litany of superstars here that can easily give you quite the challenge for your title?
And you see, you make my point for me. Superstars here are busting their ass and training and trying to be the best to beat me. So I brought change to Ace. You see, I'm not a liar. I speak the truth. Because of me, everyone else now is hustling harder, training harder, wrestling better to try to take this from me. You're welcome, Ace Nation.
You're pretty confident in your championship reign.
It's not confidence.
Come February the 6th, if you can hold on to the title, you'll be champion for 211 days.
Is there a record that I should be going for?
Well, that's the biggest record in recent history.
Yeah. Well, records are made to be broken, as cliche as that is. And I plan on it. Because by Crossroads 12, you're not going to be talking about how last year was a fluke. You're going to talk about how I'm still champion over a year later.
That's quite a proclamation.
Yeah.
Ace Nation, TJ Marconi, exuding confidence going into not only February 6th Hero Celebration, good luck to you, but for the very extreme future. Thank you for your time this week, and best of luck to you come Hero Celebration. Ace Nation, more action to come.
I don't need luck.
Ace Nation, not only are we talking the most important show of the year, but so many underlinings. We have heard words from Astro Morales and Stockade. Just saying that makes it seem awkward for me as a professional. Your new tag team champions who are feeling confident and curious going into their first ever title defense in that big rematch against Hollywood Enterprise, the tandem of Alvin Alvarez and William Wyeth. We know the Fight for Flight title will be defended at Hero Celebration in yet another suicidal six-way, as Prince Akhenaten claims that everything that glitters is gold, so everything that is gold must be his, but can he walk away with the gold come Hero Celebration? We know that TJ Marconi is vowing to retain his title against the Concrete Rose, the most popular superstar right now, Sonny Kiss, at Hero Celebration. And of course, the big one, the Elite Eight, the tournament for this year's Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup. Former tag champions, Diamond Division champions, Fight for Flight champions, all combined to become this year's Mike Morgan Jr. Memorial Cup winner. February the 6th, the Morgan Jr. Arena. It's the place to be, Ace Nation, when you want all the action. Kick it into Overdrive.